more things to check off here.
Hi, Charlie. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm making a list of supplies I need for my experiment. Let's see now. Test tubes, fine ground sugar.
Hey, Charlie, as long as you're going into town, would you mind picking up some nails for me at the hardware store?
Sure, Doug.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Doug, hardware store. Now, let's see, where was I? Oh, yes. Chalk and eraser.
Hi, Charlie. I heard you say you were going into town.
Please, Emmy Jo, no tearful farewells. I shall return soon.
Well, I'll try to control myself. But while you're there, would you mind picking up some material for me at the dressmaker's?
All right, Emmy Jo. Let's see. Lemon, spice, distilled tulip leaves, Emmy Jo dressmaker. I got Doug nails, yeah. Mustn't forget the crushed peach blossom leaves.
Oh, Charles! Emmy Jo told me you're going to town, and she's staying for lunch, so would y'all mind picking up 1 dozen cream puffs at the bakery for me?
Yes, Henrietta. Cream puffs.
Oh, Charles, you better make that 2 dozen cream puffs in case someone else drops by.
Okay. Probably need a few ounces of lilac juice.
Well, hi, Charlie. Merry Christmas.
And a Merry Christmas to you, too, Freddie. Merry Christmas? What are you talking about? This isn't Christmas. I'm afraid to ask, but whatever gave you the idea, it was Christmas.
Well, I saw your list. And everybody's name is on it, and which stores you're going to buy their presents. I guess you didn't get a chance to put my name down yet.
This is a shopping list?
I know.
I mean a regular shopping list.
Well, then why have you got sugar and spice and everything nice on it?
Oh, but I tell you, Freddie...
You mean it really isn't Christmas?
You catch on quickly, Freddie.
Charlie, I just had a great idea.
You had a great idea. It must be beginner's luck. Woo! Ooh.
La 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 la. It's the news and review coming right at you. Where 3 delightful animals have fun with what they do. They learn with their friend Doug and his helper Emmy Jo.
With Freddie,
Charlie!
we have fun learning what we don't know.
Delicate and feminine is Henrietta Hippo. Very wise and very smart is Charlie the Owl. Not so smart with lots of heart is Freddie the Frog. It's quite an unusual thing. The animals talk and sing with Doug and Emmy Jo. Every day's a different show. It's the news and review coming right at you. It's the news and review coming right at you.
Oh, what a beautiful afternoon down in the valley. I'm just a walking, talking brain. Jumping giraffes, I can't believe my blinking eyes. Doug, open up quick.
Hey, what is it, Charlie? What happened? Did one of your experiments succeed?
When are you going to stop with those cornball jokes? Which reminds me, did you hear the one about the gal who was over in the...
Charlie, I'm sure you didn't wake me up from the middle of my nap to do your vaudeville routine.
I didn't. That's right, I didn't. Listen, Doug, you'd better do something before the men in the white coats cart off that green frog. He's finally flipped.
Well, what are you talking about?
Please tell me I don't see what I see over there.
La-da-da, la-da-da, la-da-da-da-da. And a few ribbons here. And a silver bell there.
Freddie, what are you doing?
Trimming my Christmas tree, Doug.
I was hoping he wouldn't say that.
But it's not Christmas yet, Freddie.
Yes, I know. Can you hang this bell up there, Doug?
Sure, Freddie, but if
You
know,
must have bells ringing in your head. Was this your idea?
Right, Charlie. I was feeling good like I do at Christmas time, and I felt like celebrating now. So why should I wait for Christmas? I've got the Christmas spirit now.
But what will you celebrate when Christmas really does come?
Well, where does it say you can't celebrate Christmas twice a year?
Your reasoning is, as usual, nowhere.
But Doug, Charlie, it's so simple. Well, you don't need a reason or a special occasion to be happy, to be giving. Just be glad that you're living, 'cause you got love. in your heart.
Well, you don't need a reason or a special occasion, 'cause every day of your life should be a celebration, 'cause you got love, you've got life, you've got friends who will stand by you and who want to see you smile. You've got the world, you've got the sun, you've got everything you need to live right here in your heart, right here in your heart. You don't need a reason. You don't need a reason.
So, if I feel like celebrating Christmas now is the time I'm going to celebrate Christmas.
I heard it all. I couldn't agree with you more, Fred up, darling. I think the mistletoe should hang right up there. Charles, please give me a hand. Charles, I do declare your sense of humor drives me to distraction. Douglas,
Okay, Henrietta. Let's see now. How about right up here? Is this where you want it?
just fine. Now, don't rush, but who wants to be first?
Freddie, isn't there something you need inside your house?
Not for a while, Charlie.
I can see that y'all are just too bashful, but sooner or later, I'm sure the Christmas spirit will move you
Hi,
all.
gang. What's going on? Is that a Christmas tree I see over there?
No, it's a Chinese elm.
It sure is, Emmy Joe.
Aren't you rushing the season a little bit, Freddie?
It's lonely when you're the only one who hasn't gone crackers. I say, good looking, would you care to step up to the gazebo with me?
Why, whatever for?
I'm already here, Charlikins.
Never mind, I've got to get into town to pick up some things for my experiment.
Now, just a minute, Charles. I'll go into town with y'all. I've got to pick up a turkey and pumpkin pies.
Speaking of turkeys, oh, never mind. I thought you wanted cream puffs.
Oh, no. I must have pumpkin pies. How else am I going to celebrate Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving?
Now, let's see. 5 pounds of sugar. Oh, this Southern Yummy recipe book is so delicious. A quarter paprika.
Henrietta, it's me, Charlie.
Come on!
Oh, Henrietta, I thought I could count on you.
Just a minute, Charlikins. I'm trying to get this recipe for sweet potato delight. 5 pounds of sugar, a quarter paprika, a peck of round sweet potatoes, 4 gallons of maple syrup.
Boy, that sounds like an old army recipe for an old army.
Oh, Charles, you are a caution. I'm just making this little tidbit to help celebrate my Thanksgiving dinner. Of course, I do like to double the recipes, or sometimes triple it, or in this case, fourple it.
Henrietta, this isn't Thanksgiving, and you know it. There's nothing to celebrate.
Maybe you know it, maybe I know it, but my taste buds just put my stomach in the driver's seat. And just thinking about sweet potato delight and pumpkin pies, I feel myself going out of control. Ooh, wait!
Henrietta, I need your nose for my experiment.
I can't spare it just now.
I mean, you smell.
Why, Charles?
I mean, you smell better than I do.
Thank you kindly, Charles, but not now. I'm busy.
Boy, you and your southern recipes. What's so great about the South anyway?
Did y'all ever hear of anybody retiring and going north?
Now, one thing about you, Henrietta, you're always able to laugh at my troubles.
And 4 gallons of whipping cream. You better make that 16, let me say. And I think I'll put some...
Now, let's see. I'll get Doug a new hammer, and Emmy Joe a handkerchief. And let's see. I'll bet that Henrietta could use a new recipe book.
No, she couldn't.
Well, maybe I'll renew her subscription to Hippo Love Stories. And for Charlie...
Yeah, what's for Charlie?
Oh, hi, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Presents are more fun when they're a surprise.
Freddie, will you please forget this Christmas nonsense?
Charlie, what you said. Oh, I hope Santa Claus didn't hear that.
No, cut that out. Look, Freddie, can I borrow your nose?
Sure, but the rest of me has to go with it.
Now, everybody's doing jokes. What I mean is, I've got a little cold and I need someone to smell my experiment. And I think I'm onto something big.
Well, not right now. First, I want to finish my Christmas list, and then I have to go shopping. Do you realize I had to empty my whole piggy bank?
No, somehow that information escaped me, Freddie. You can't be serious about this celebrating Christmas now.
Sure I am. And anyway, Doug thinks I'm right.
Well, I bet Emmy Joe thinks you're wrong.
Well, I guess it's okay. If Freddie wants to celebrate Christmas now, why shouldn't he?
Well, I guess there's no harm to it. But it seems to me that if you're going to celebrate something, you should have a special reason for celebrating.
Oh, Doug, don't be such an old stick in the mud. If Freddie wants to celebrate
Yeah, but then there's
Christmas,
Henrietta with Thanksgiving.
If Henrietta wants to celebrate Thanksgiving.
You know what I'd like to celebrate? No celebrating.
Oh, Charlie, don't be such a stick in the mud.
There must be an echo around here.
Oh, the aroma of my sweet potato delight is just driving me right out of my senses.
At last, we agree on something.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy! Now, this is going to be the best Christmas ever. I finished my list and checked it twice.
Doug, you don't believe all this celebrating nonsense, do you?
Well, I don't know. It's beginning to sound like fun.
I feel like an island of sanity surrounded by an ocean of fruitcakes. All this celebrating is definitely not for me. It's a waste of precious time. It's silly. Don't you see?
No, I don't see, Charlie.
Woo! 'Cause there's work to be done. Discoveries to be made. All this dancing and singing. What a way to behave! So if you'll pardon me, I'm going up to my tree.
Wait, Charlie.
No. All this celebrating is definitely not for me. It's a waste of precious time. It's silly. Don't you see? And I'll tell you why. Woo! I have work in my lab, and all this carrying on will drive me mad. I'm sick of hearing how much fun celebrating is for everyone, 'cause it's not for me.
Gosh, isn't there anything you'd like to celebrate?
Like a holiday or some special day.
No,
What if someone gave a party? Would you be there?
I wouldn't go to a party anywhere.
Anywhere?
Anywhere.
Gosh!
All this celebrating is definitely not for me. It's a waste of precious time. It's silly. Don't you see? And I'll tell you why. Woo! There's work to be done.
Work to be done?
Discoveries to be made.
Discoveries to be made.
All this dancing and singing.
Yes?
What a way to behave! So if you'll pardon me, I'm going up to my tree. Goodbye. Oh, Doug, would you mind stepping up to my lab? I want you to smell one of my experiments.
Well, I'd love to, but my nose is a little stuffed right now.
Oh, I'm having the same trouble with my beak. How about you, Emmy Joe?
Oh, gee, Charlie, I'd like to, but I've got to get home and finish writing my cards.
Hey, you're celebrating Christmas too, Emmy Joe?
Oh, no, Freddie, I'm celebrating another of my favorite days.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
Well, I'll give you a hint. It's not Groundhog Day, and it isn't Bog-Bound Day. It brightens the blues, and it dumps the grumps, and your heart is lacy and gay.
Can't be the World Series.
I'm almost afraid to ask.
I'm celebrating Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day! Boy, this is gonna be the best Christmas celebration ever.
And this Thanksgiving is going to make delicious celebrating also.
Oh, it sure looks and smells good.
Well, Doug, I see you decided to join in the fun.
Oh, well, I learned something today. We shouldn't save our good feelings just for holidays. I mean, when you feel good and thankful and full of love, well, why wait? And if you feel that way every day, celebrate. Then every day is a holiday.
There's a time when your heart wants to tell of joy, a special time that's set aside for everyone to enjoy.
To enjoy, to enjoy, to enjoy, to enjoy.
Take my advice. It's really nice, so please don't hesitate.
Take the time when your heart is full of love and don't ever wait to celebrate.
To celebrate.
To celebrate, to celebrate.
There's weddings, parties, anniversaries too.
A New Year's Day, just to mention a few.
There's holidays and very special events.
Love to be shared and cards to be sent.
The list goes on and on. There's nothing really wrong with celebrating. La 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 la.
Take my advice, it's really nice, so please don't hesitate.
Take the time when your heart is full of love and don't ever wait.
To celebrate, to celebrate, to celebrate, to celebrate.
There's weddings, parties, anniversaries too.
And New Year's Day, just to mention a few.
There's holidays and very special events.
Love to be shared and cards to be sent.
The list goes on and on. There's nothing really wrong with celebrating. La 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 la. Celebrate. La 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 la. Celebrate. La 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 la. Celebrate. 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 Celebrate.
Oh, my sweet potato pie. It's still in the oven, Freddie. How could y'all forget to remind me what I didn't want to forget?
Well, you see,
Whoa! When a truck travels that fast, it ought to use a siren.
Well, it's nice to know that some things never change.
yeah, like your grumpy mood. But anyway, Charlie, there's a present for you under the tree.
Oh, gee,
Oh, my sweet potato delight just came out heavenly. I'm letting it cool on the windowsill. Oh, Charles, I made this special dish just for you all because I know it's your favorite. Glazed apple with a sprinkling of bird seed.
Gee, Henrietta, you shouldn't have gone to... Oh, you sure look graceful coming across the courtyard.
And I brought you a special Valentine that I made up myself just for you, Charlie.
Oh, read it, Emma Jo, read it.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm so lucky to have a friend like you.
Gee, thanks, Emmy Joe. You have a real flair for poetry. That really sings.
I'm glad you could get away from your experimenting for a little while, Charlie. A celebration just wouldn't be a celebration without you.
Well, as long as everyone was celebrating their favorite day, I decided to celebrate my favorite day and stop working.
Your favorite holiday means no working? Which holiday is that, Charlie?
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Freddie, I hate to admit it, but you were right. If you feel like celebrating, there's no time like the present.
Speaking of presents, weren't they lovely?
I didn't get a present from Charles.
Oh, I did. A real neat jigsaw puzzle.
Come to think of it, I didn't get a present from Charlie either.
And here are presents for two of the loveliest ladies in the neighborhood.
Oh, what is it, Charles?
My experiment is a complete success. The fragrance of this perfume should capture the imagination and nostrils of women all over the world. It'll make millions. It'll also make me rich.
Oh, Charlie, this is just divine.
What do y'all call it, Charles?
I call it low judo. And let me give you a tip, Henrietta. Don't use it if you're bluffing.
Say, if it's that good, Charlie, maybe you ought to let Mr. Seymour, the public relations man in town, promote and publicize it.
Mr. Seymour, a public relations man? Are you kidding? The last thing he promoted was the Edsel.
Well, so Charlie finally invented something. That's another reason to celebrate.
Shows you what happens when you keep your beak to the grindstone.
Oh, Charlikins, would y'all mind stepping up here a moment, please?
Sure, Henrietta.
Where are you?
Here,
And where am I?
right next to me.
And what's up there?
Why, mistletoe.
Do y'all want to pucker up first, or shall I?
Somehow I just lost the celebrating spirit.
It's a news review coming right to you. It's quite an unusual thing. The animals talk and sing with Doug and Andy Joe. Every day's a different show. It's the news and review coming right at you. It's the news and review coming right at you.